Wake up, everybody. I got a hump in my hand. All right, let's get everything started. Set everything up. Yes, sir. We got 27. Everybody seeing that? That let them know he's ready. Unapologetic conservative Republican. I'm live. All right. And the other one. Choose your poison. Let's see. I do here. Share it.
For somebody not.
Hey, Miss Pam Teeter. Hey, Miss Marilyn Lynn over there on Unapologetic Conservative Republican. Thank you, Shane Terry. Thank you again, Shane. Thank you. All right. Well, Miss Michelle Farrell Lauenberg, she over there on Carolina Republicans. All right. All right, let me go on and share. All right. There we go there. Black Tea Patriots.
Some them pants is too big in the waist. You gonna have
All right, everything is ready to go. I don't have to wait to the end. I can keep going like I like to. Mm-hmm. 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 And hopelessly devoted to you, hopelessly devoted to you. Hold up, what somebody just said? Jamal. No, I don't think I'm gonna need to go there. I think I'm just gonna stick to this because the show gonna be so long. It's gonna be so long, so it's not gonna need that. Not need the Rumble link today. Yeah. All right. 30 more seconds. Hello, goodbye. Out on my head, hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. Ooh, I'm hopelessly devoted to you. My heart. Nobody don't even know the song I'm singing. Bet you they don't. Yeah, I saw that trash Joe Biden. I'm hopelessly devoted to you. And hello everybody. Hello everybody. How are you doing? Let me got the Chrome filter acting up just slightly. Making sure everything is good now. Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing? It is Saturday Sit Down with Jamal. Yes, it is. It is Saturday Sit Down. And I'm seeing I had to get this and look at the camera. Okay, yeah, I'm getting that fuzzy little in and out little bit. Let me do that. And keep it from doing that. Lumina key. Okay, doesn't need none of that. Chrome filter key. All right. And presets, everything. Let me go medium. Yeah, that should take care of that. Really took care of it slightly. Slightly. Hello everybody. Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing tonight? How are you doing tonight? Yes, I am going live when I'm not going to go when President Trump is speaking. I'm going to go off. However, we may do call in while President Trump is here. I'm going to mute the mic. You guys call in and we'll still be able to talk. Have a good time, sit down, have a good show. Hopefully everybody, if you can like, you can share. You know, I hope I didn't offend nobody today with the comments that I made. All I said was I'm going to say something nice. George Floyd is going on 4 years clean, no drugs or crime as of today. I said something nice. Now, I said something nice. Don't y'all consider that nice? Don't you consider that me being nice? I'm just saying, don't you consider that me being nice? Do you feel that's not nice enough? I'm asking. I feel that's being nice. There it go. I'm still getting that shade blend in. Let me do this real quick. See, can that help it out a little bit? Clean the lens. It'll do so. But won't I nice, y'all? Don't you consider that nice? For you, that's nice. Yes. Now, I'm going to sing a song real quick because I have been singing this song because I heard it. It's nice. And I actually like it. And just real quick, because I'm going to sing it. Yep, it's been 4 years, Miss Yvonne Hadston. Yes, it has. Is that Dan Frank? Hey, Dan, how you doing, Dan? Hello, Miss Barbara Kirkendall. How are you doing? Hold up, y'all. We got to get love. Miss Barbara Kirkendall, she in the building. Miss Barbara Kirkendall, she's in the building. She's in the building. Miss Barbara Kirkendall in the building. Hello, Miss Barbara Kirkendall in the building. Want to give Miss Barbara Kirkendall a shout out, give her some love out there. Hello, Miss Barbara Kirkendall. President Trump, he starts at supposed to be 8 o'clock. Supposed to be 8 o'clock. I had to go mow the grass, cut branches off, throw them in the back of the truck, go throw them out. Just doing everything. I'm going to see who can recognize this song. Hello, Miss Yvette Romick. Is Miss Elaine in there? I want to thank Miss Elaine. Is Miss Elaine? Do y'all see Road Rage? If y'all see Miss Elaine, let her know I'm looking for her. Because I got a card from her yesterday. And I just need to make sure because it was open when I got it. And I just want to make sure that's all she sent was a card and a New Jersey Blue Lives sticker. Okay. I'm going to ask y'all a question. Do y'all recognize this song? Hopelessly devoted to you. Ooh, hopelessly devoted to you. How many of y'all ever heard that song before? How many of y'all ever heard that song before? Don't laugh about some Jamal. You sang like a woman. You funny. You got jokes. You got jokes. You got jokes. But how many of y'all ever heard that song before? And don't try to look it up because some of y'all are cheap. Y'all ever heard that song? I heard it and I didn't realize where I heard it from. And I'm like, wow. If nobody don't know, I'll tell you that. Nope. Pistol Stick said nope. Buck Life said yep. Yeah, right, Buck Life. See, that's cheating, Miss Yvette. Y'all looked it up. Now, hold up. All y'all ain't popping up talking about some you heard it. That's correct, Miss Yvette Romick. Let's see who over here. Now, come on, y'all. All y'all done heard that song. Yeah, Olivia Newton-John is the singer. I didn't realize that song because that's a pretty song. My hand and mean, she really, yeah, it's from Grease, Buck Life. I have seen Grease, but I don't remember her singing that. Yes, ma'am, Miss Yvette. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, cause it was one of those. Hey, Ely from Ohio, what's going on? Yep, the movie Grease. Don't quit your day job. Nope. Saw Grease on Broadway. Wow, Miss Susanna Slater Hogway said she saw Grease on Broadway. Wow. Nah, that wasn't John Travolta. I'm 62. Of course I heard it. No, I'm not frozen. No, I'm not frozen at all. I'm 62. Of course I heard it. Come on, Miss Susanna. I'm 62. Of course I heard it. See, I'm going to start doing something like that. Because some of y'all, oh, Lord, good Lord, Jamal has been around for 40 years. Hold up, that song can't been around no 40 years. Hey, Stand Free 123, that song cannot been around 40 years. What, Grease came out? Yeah, hopefully devoted to you. That song can't been around 40 years. Grease came out what? 1980? I thought Grease came out in the 80s. I thought Grease came out in the 1980s. I thought it did. See, I got to. Okay. All right. 1978. Ooh. Yeah, that's. Ooh. Lucian Thorpe said, "No, bruh, 1978." Okay. Okay, y'all got me on that. Y'all got me on that. Y'all got. And as y'all can see right now, I am paying attention to what's going on over here. So, like, if it start to move when President Trump expected to speak at 8 p.m. Okay? Well, 2000. President Trump is at Libertarians. So you guys will know I'm keeping an eye on what's going on. I was a teenager. But yeah, I know Miss Yvette, Miss Bro. I love you, Miss Yvette. 50. It ain't 50 years ago. 46. I'm 49. You forgot. Next year I will be 50. Lord willing, live and see it. Hopefully President Trump will be president. Everybody. They are so upset that President Trump has reached out to the black community. They are losing their minds. I want you to know that the Democrat Party is doing the worst kind of attacks you can do and showing their color. I stopped voting and supporting the Democrats years ago. I'm talking Bill Clinton was my commander-in-chief. Bill Clinton was my commander-in-chief. I voted for him. I think I voted for Gore. I voted for Bush 2004, 2008, left it blank because I didn't like McCain, and I didn't like Obama because I knew the truth about Obama. And of course, just been diehard, just been everything. I don't Mitt Romney. Yeah, I supported Mitt Romney. But the Democrat Party is attacking people because they can't put us in a category. You know, usually the Democrat Party will attack black voters and Latino voters so they will be able to continue to control the black and Latino community. That's what they do. They attack to a point to where if anybody is opposing the Democrat Party, that's a minority. If you gonna vote for the Republicans, you keep it silent. If you gonna vote for Republicans, you're silent. You don't say nothing because you don't want them other people, them other blacks and them other Latinos voting for Donald Trump. You don't want that. See, they don't want that. That's why you won't hear about blacks who was at January the 6th. That's why you won't hear the group of Asian people that had their little section at January 6th. Latinos had their section for January 6th. You won't hear those things because they only want the people who was there to look and everybody assume they were white. If you want to know the truth about political prosecutions, why do you think they haven't prosecuted people of color, black, one Latino, one guy that was the head of the Proud Boys? They had to get him. But why haven't they picked up blacks, Asians, and others who was there? Because they said if you was even on grounds, they gonna start arresting people. But they haven't did it to blacks, Latinos, and Asians. Because they're waiting to after January the 6th, so then people can say, oh, so Donald Trump really did have support from blacks, Latinos, and Asians. It's sickening. It's downright sickening. It is downright sickening. But they get away with it because the media don't want this shown. And they were attacked and insulted. It was horrible. And I'm going to have phone calls in about 15 minutes. I just want to get through the monologue, showing a couple videos for my monologue. And I'm going to say this. And if I'm wrong, please tell me in the comment section. A lot of white Americans have felt alone in fighting this war against the Democrat Party and their establishment, not knowing as many of blacks, Latinos, and Asians are opposed to this stuff as well. A lot of whites felt alone. You know, I'm going to do a poll. Yeah, I'm doing a poll. It's not. Let me get this in here and cut to this.
Former Bronx resident, yes, Madeleine Brame, spoke at the Trump rally last night, and she said, look, it's time to vote out far-left Democrats. Roll that tape.
This to happen, every last person here needs to rise up and get fighting mad, and make sure that you are registered to vote and go out there and you vote up and down the line, not just the presidency. The local elections are more important than the presidency. Get rid of AOC. Vote her out. Get rid of Richie Torres. Vote him out. I have nothing to lose. So I can stand up here and I can say this.
Okay, we cut her off at her prime right there. But Madeleine, fortunately, has agreed to come on the set with us this morning, and here she is, Madeleine Brame, the lady herself.
How you doing?
We're doing remarkably well, as a matter of fact. Now, New York State is deep, deep blue.
Yeah.
Do you think that Trump has a realistic chance of taking New York State and the Bronx? He's not going to win in the Bronx, is he?
You know, first of all, thank you so much for having me. Okay, thank you so much. You know, we're excited. The energy is on 1 million all across the city, not just the South Bronx, but entire New York. So Kathy Hochul's statement, all right, about us being clowns, his supporters, well, we say that Kathy Hochul is, excuse my expression, a jackass.
Okay, we didn't get the chance to bleep that out, but,
right.
You know.
Okay, if we're clowns, then she's that.
Okay.
President Trump's chance of winning New York completely is just as good as anybody else's.
Why are you so strongly and passionately in favor of Trump? Why?
Because he speaks our language. Trump is speaking our language. He has figured out a way to connect, all right? To connect with poor minorities. Let's put it in perspective. Poor minorities, meaning black, white, Asian, Jewish, Hispanic, you know, a Russian, Italian, anybody who is struggling right now to make ends meet, who work every single day, okay? And when they get paid, their paycheck lasts them 2 days and the refrigerator is still empty, all right? So he has found a way to connect with us people.
Now, a lot of Democrats are turning around and saying, look, Trump essentially is a racist.
Absolutely.
How do you respond to that?
We don't believe that. We don't believe that. You know, they want to pinpoint, you know, certain periods of time where he has said certain things, you know, but I think that a lot of that is taken out of context. All right, and it's framed, and it's, a narrative is created to make it appear as though, because the media can do that, okay? But however, you know, we're looking at what the person is doing, not what they're saying.
Forgive me for raising this, but your son was murdered in New York City in 2018.
Yes.
Does that event have anything to do with your support for Trump?
Absolutely. You know why? Because what Donald Trump is experiencing in the courtrooms of Manhattan Criminal Court right now in Alvin Bragg, you know, I went through that for 5 years. All right, I went through the doom and the gloom and the dark and the dreary and the cold, sitting in those courtrooms for 5 years, and my son being treated like he was the villain, you know, and the people who killed him were more important than my son. You know, his history, his army, you know, his accomplishments were never even mentioned, not one time. They recognized my son as being a fictitious character, right? Wouldn't even call him by name, call him the deceased for 5 years, and I had to sit through that, knowing that my son fought valiantly for this country. He was a hero.
He was in the army.
Received and returned enemy fire on the Taliban, okay? He was out there in the battlefields of Afghanistan to only come home to be killed by a family of homicidal maniacs who had no business being on the street from the beginning.
Madeline, I want to thank you very much for bringing the fire to the rally last night and to this set this morning. We really appreciate it. You can come back anytime you like.
I will. Thank you.
All right, let's get this thing started. Let's get this call-in night started. What do you think? Go to, look at the poll I just did. Uh-oh. Oh. We got, something went away I wasn't expecting. Some went away I wasn't expecting. Check this out. The Bronx rally showed it's not just whites in South that want MAGA and Trump, but minorities also. Yes, always. Waiting for the actual vote. Been that way. Media hid too many. Go to Mind of Jamal Live, Mind of Jamal Live. Go to Mind of Jamal and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Now, what I won't do is be one of those people who jump head over heels the first time I start seeing a few more start voting. Because I have been part of the reach out to other African Americans and other minorities and seeing how things go. So, yeah, I'm a little skeptical. I want to wait, but not like this. I'll be honest, when I see people standing in front of the TVs, having their names and pictures and their family members can see this, yeah. I kind of think it's getting in there. I kind of think it's getting in there. And I can't share any of this. Let me go to RSNBC, RSBC. All right, make sure I got that ready. So when he goes live, boom, we got it. Okay. Phone lines are open. Phone lines are open. Let's continue with the show. So let me ask the question. The trial in New York City has rested. Why couldn't they give closing arguments Friday? Why do they have to continue and linger this thing out? Why? Because Joe Biden is saying he will attack President Trump after the trial. He's been attacking President Trump before the trial. So I don't think this is something new he's just doing. Who is this? Text. Who's texting me? Storms in Durham. Okay, clear. Somebody just text me. Who texts me? Is it sharing? Okay, there go Missy Lane. Okay, he told me Missy Lane showed up. Hey, Missy Lane. Where's Miss? Hold up. I know she is not mad at me. Let me see if she here. Let me see. Miss Yvette roam it back. Where's Missy Lane? Hey, Missy Lane, how are you doing? Missy Lane, I got the card. Did you put anything in there other than the New Jersey sticker? Because the envelope was open when in my P.O. box. Yeah, I got your card. I'll wait till she call back in. I'll wait till she call because phone lines are now open. Phone lines are now open. I gotta have something so I can put it in the side so I can show phone lines are open. Let me go. Because they were literally out there fighting, y'all. They was literally out there fighting. Democrats showed up to harass Trump supporters and assault them and stuff. But you had Latinos and blacks won't hearing it. They were not having it. They're like, nah, no, we'll go someplace else with that.
Right here in the Bronx.
I cracked him in the head. Bump that. That's why I can't go to the rallies like that. I get home. Try Jesus. Don't try me. Cause I fight. Try Jesus.
We are going to turn New York City
Where is he
around.
at doing? See, when you doing all that, I'm gonna grab you and slam you on your head.
We are going to turn
Try
New York City
Jesus.
around, and we are going to turn it around
Don't try me.
very quickly.
Cause I fight.
We're going to bring.
Don't let me put these holy hands on you.
We're going to bring
Try
prosperity to
Jesus.
every neighborhood and every borough of the greatest
Don't try me.
land. We're going to reduce taxes. We're going to
Cause I
bring
fight.
businesses and big taxpayers back to New York.
Try Jesus. Don't try me. See, when a dude bigger than them, same size show up, it's back down. See, when you can find somebody like a wolf, like you want to fight, but to the people who can fight show up.
Our city away from us and take our country away from us. It's not going to happen.
See, that's when I show up ready to fight. Try Jesus. Don't try me. Cause I fight. Don't make me put these hands on you. Try Jesus. Don't try me. Cause hold on, where did Otis go? Otis literally just called in and gone. Christians showed up in there. Try Jesus. Don't try me. 'Cause I fight. I mean that thing. Let's see. Yeah, they're trying to could Trump criminal trial verdict rock White House race. Try Jesus. Don't try me. He should be able to call in. Hold on for a second, y'all. Make sure I don't have the thing still locked. Yeah, there you go. What's going on, Otis?
Not much. What are you up to, man?
Oh, man, sitting here Saturday about President Trump going live in a few, so we got to get things started. But what's going on with you, man? Let me ask you a question. Looking at, well, it's Saturday, and it's Saturday sit down. I didn't have Friday night fights. What's on your mind, Otis? I'm gonna do Friday night. Oh no, I didn't have the show. I was tired, man. I was tired. I was busting my high.
I can understand that.
So everybody, hold on real quick. Everybody, we are doing Friday. We are doing Saturday sit down, but you can call in case I missed something this week that you want to talk about. Rapper 10,000, if you out there, hit the line. Whatever y'all want to talk about, we doing it today. What you want to talk about, Otis?
Pretty much what you were talking about a few minutes ago about the Bronx.
Okay.
And, you know, minorities. And let's be honest, they've been taken advantage of. And I'll be honest with you, when I was, I don't know, 5 to 13, 14 years old, I spent 2 weeks every summer, and you'll know where this place is, in Lewisburg, North Carolina.
Yeah, I know exactly where it was, in Franklinton. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, even better than that, and I don't know if you know where this is, in the small community called Wood, that is in the middle of nowhere.
Wood, I'm trying
So anyway.
Okay.
So, like I said, 2 weeks out of my summer, I would spend there because that's where my grandparents lived.
Okay.
And, you know, me and my sister liked going there. Well, what I found out later on in life is that I was pretty much, and I enjoyed myself, don't get me wrong. It was a pleasant place. But during the days, I was either picking cucumbers or topping cotton or topping tobacco. I was basically free labor for my grandparents.
Of course.
Which was fine. And I realized out there when I was doing that community in Lewisburg that I would, when you're poor, you're poor. And there were black people out there helping because everybody had to help each other get those crops in, man. Cucumbers, they rot quick. Tobacco rots quick, so everybody has to help each other. And so, minorities, it's a damn shame what that governor of New York said about the people of New York. Called them clowns. Called them clowns. That pissed me off. It made me mad.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on.
Yes,
Hold
sir.
on for a second, Otis.
Yes, sir.
Was she wrong for saying it if they have been acting that way the whole time voting for the Democrat? When Joe Biden went on a show to a black man and told him, You ain't black unless you voted for me. And there was no outcry from the black community. None. No outcry from the Latino or Asian community. The only people that did outcry was whites. Whites said that's disrespectful, that's racist. Matter of fact, you had a black radio host, the idiot, moron, piece of trash, D.L. Hughley, say Joe Biden had to understand what he hear at the cookout. He can't just go around repeating. It'll get him in trouble. So blacks won't mad at what Joe Biden said.
I think
They
were.
think-
I think
no.
they said it under their breath, man.
Okay, explain to me this, because we got to talk about it. 2020 vote, President Trump only got 11 to 13% of the black vote.
Yeah.
So obviously,
And
it
you're
didn't
right,
bother.
because when you go to the ballot box, nobody looks over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
You can hate somebody and talk about them being the most degenerate person or political person in the world, but in your heart you can go to that box and vote the way you want to. Now, I think it's starting to turn around. I really do think it's starting to turn around, man.
Okay, you hope
And
it's
I'm
turning
not saying
around.
that New York's going to turn red by any means.
Oh no.
I'm not saying that at all. But for the people that he drew to the Bronx, that was pretty impressive. And what he did in New Jersey, and I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that rally, because when he mentioned to the crowd that the cameras back there are just BS, and then the whole crowd starts going BS, 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 and that was in New Jersey. So I think things are changing, man, and minorities they've been taken advantage of for a long time. And I guess getting back to my point, when I was little in Lewisburg, those minorities, they were out in the field, worked for a day's salary, whatever they could pull those crops in for is what they got paid. Well, leave it to the government to say, you know what, we can make more money if we don't offer them any kind of job. And that's exactly what they've done. And and not only to black people, they want to keep people poor. That's just the bottom line. And it upsets me, because I see it, you see it, and like I've said before, man, the ghetto, it's not racist anymore. They take whites, they take blacks, they take Hispanics, they take anybody they can. If they can keep you poor, they profit off of that stuff. And the next thing I was going to tell you, as far as what have they done, or how have they planned, to do what they're doing with Trump legally? Well, they've had 3.5 years to do it, man, and they started on day one. And they're crafty people. I'll give them that. They're so crafty, they'll put a certain group of people in the project, in poverty. That's how crafty they are. Luckily, they're not succeeding right now.
Well, I'm going to say
And I
this,
thank God for that.
and I thank you for the call, and I'm going to say this before you go, Otis.
Yes, sir.
It succeeded, and black folk woke up and started realizing the Democrat Party's replacing you.
Yeah.
Now, the difference is the Latino votes. Will the Latino voters do not give themselves totally to the Democrat Party like that. They are ones that has traditionally, and like I say, thank you for the call, they're the ones, Latino voters will not give the Democrat Party 100% of their vote. They will not do that. The most they've given is 80%, 75%. They won't do it even with Mitt Romney because they recognize their vote cannot go totally toward the Democrat Party, because if it does, it will leave them hopeless and out. But I want everybody to look at this video I did concerning a situation. I want everybody to look, and I want to hear your opinion. And some of you seen the video, some of you ain't. Because, you don't, the day videos, I guess, some of y'all say, Jamal, we catch you on the live stream, but daytime. Okay, that's cool. But here you go. This video right here. I think I got it for how many seconds? I can turn it on. Yeah.
To the 7-year-old girl who had to watch me and my brothers jump her daddy after school, I'm sorry. I know that was probably a traumatizing experience for you. But we kept asking you to stop bullying my daughter and you wouldn't listen. We sent letters home. We even had a meeting with you and your parents and you wouldn't listen. So now you know your actions have consequences. And since you're too young to receive those consequences, you had to watch your daddy take those consequences. Get some therapy. You'll be all right.
Hold up. I'm hearing talking. Oh. I want y'all to hear this one more time. For all those people who are Freemasons, I thought Freemasons were supposed to be better than this. But I want you to listen to
the
him.
7-year-old girl who had to watch me and my brothers jump her daddy after school.
To the 7-year-old girl who had to watch me and my brothers jump on her daddy. 7 years old. And he justified it by this.
I'm sorry. I know that was probably a traumatizing experience for you. But we kept asking you to stop bullying my daughter and you wouldn't listen. We sent letters home. We even had a meeting with you and your parents and you wouldn't listen. So.
And my wife, she heard that. My wife heard that. And she said 2 things I did not do when I mentioned that video. 2 things I didn't do and that I should have done that I didn't do. Number 1, 7 years old. What type of bullying was a 7-year-old doing to another? That's number 1. Number 2, he sent letters to the parent. He met the parents. He didn't go to the school and make a complaint, or did he? And the school told him, sir, that's not bullying. Sir, this is 7-year-old children. This is children. I noticed he never mentioned the school. I said the school should be sued. He never mentioned the school. He never mentioned it.
We even had a meeting with you and your parents and you wouldn't listen. And you wouldn't listen. We sent letters home. We even had a meeting with you and your parents and you wouldn't listen.
He had meetings with the parents and y'all please stay on topic. I cannot if y'all in the comment section, especially if you got a wrench, please stay on topic. Buck Life says kids at that age can be mean. That's true. But the school, he didn't take it through the school. He took it through. He just assaulted and jumped on somebody. The school wasn't involved. My thing was, did the school say, hey, this isn't bullying? Notice nothing was mentioned about the school.
So now you know your actions have consequences. And since you're too young to receive those consequences, you had to watch your daddy take those consequences. Get some therapy. You'll be all right.
I hope they lock him up. I really hope they lock him up. I hope they lock this man up, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in the black community. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. That man whom he jumped on and beat up, he's going to go get a gun. Because obviously you saw him face to face and you didn't do anything. So now that other man whom he jumped is going to get shot. Who's going to shoot him. See, that's the thing. He never said, the school said. He just told it from his point of view. And I'm going to do another live stream on this because I really want to get into this. Because they actually went to his TikTok page and they was like, well, why didn't you fight dude one-on-one? Why didn't you shoot him the fair one? Well, life ain't fair. This is the type of thug mentality that the black community has to get rid of.
To the 7-year-old girl who had to watch me and my brothers jump her daddy after school.
They jumped this man after school. Number one, if this is on school ground, he's going to jail. The judge needs to see this video. There is not a, well, liberal Democrat judge would. There's not a good judge in his right mind that wouldn't sit here and convict him for that and not put mitigating factors. Yes, Johnny Reb, he admitted to a crime live. Because notice the school never said anything. See, these are the type of people that complains about black lives. This is the type of person that tells you George Floyd did nothing wrong. And he's supposed, and I don't think he's a Mason, because somebody said that necklace he got on looked like it's from the swap meet. He ain't earned that. He is not a Mason. I thought he was. Looking at the necklace. Yeah, that's a Freemason necklace. That's a Freemason necklace. That's a Freemason necklace. But this younger generation would. That's a Mason symbol. Mason wear rings, not necklace. Okay, but here is my thing, Ed. Black Masons. Pretty Neal said eBay sale. Black Masons and white Masons are different. Freemasons and Masons are different. Or are the rules the same? I don't know. Hold up, let me say this. I don't know because I'm not a Mason. I don't know because I'm not a Mason. Because I've never been offered because in the past I did something, and Masons don't take you with a criminal record at all. They don't. But there it goes. But I want to hear y'all opinion on that. I want to discuss this right now. My late husband, okay, Miss Yvette. Like I said, I don't know any. Like I said, Johnny Reb said stolen. So my question is Masons different? Like black Masons? Okay. Is Masons black or white? Do they have different rules or different criteria? I don't know. Gotcha. I don't know. And that's something I'm going to ask. I know an actual Mason who's Cuban. They don't separate the races. If you're a Mason, you all follow the same rules, and that black Mason group is BS. They made it up. Now, in North Carolina, there was a group of black Masons. They was headed by a judge named Toby Finch before he passed. He was the head of the Freemasons. So like I said, I'm not telling y'all what I think. I'm just telling y'all what I know. Here in North Carolina, and I'll bring it up. Yeah. Milton, here he goes. Judge Toby Finch. Hold on, let me go bring it up. Yeah, he was a judge. Hold on, let me look you this up. Here it go.
Sorry. I know that was probably a traumatizing experience for you, but we kept asking you to stop bullying my daughter and you wouldn't listen. We sent letters home. We even had a meeting with you and your parents and you wouldn't listen. So now you know your actions have consequences. And since you're too young to...
So phone calls are open. Phone calls are open. Phone lines are open. Probably a gift from his grandfather. Neil Hillard says that's why they stay private, and my uncles were brothers with black men. As I was going to say, it took him and his brothers to jump that man. Why not one-on-one? Oh, never mind. Yes, I noticed the necklace as well when I watched the video today. But Ed, you saw they're called Freemasons. They're called Freemasons. Ed Reynolds said the real Masons are all integrated to follow the same rules across the board. You may have lodges in certain areas that are populated with a certain race, but from what I was told by a Mason, and so yeah, call in Ed, because I want to tackle this and talk about it before President Trump fenced out. That's a Freemason emblem. And that's what I'm trying to find out, Miss Rose. Okay. Yeah, hopefully, Ed, you got time you can call in so we can talk, because I don't know, Ed, and there's some questions I want to ask you on it. Because like I said, somebody, Neil Hillard said, probably a gift from his grandfather. But they jumped the man and beat him up. He never mentions the school got involved. Did the school tell him that's not bullying? Did the school tell him that's not bullying, what he was complaining about? I'm waiting for President Trump to come in. Let's continue with this.
Take a right onto the path. Then in 300 feet, take a left onto the path.
I don't know. I can't play the music like that. But this is the people driving. They taking pictures of the line and everything.
Kid sizes. Biden sucks, Kamala swallows.
Hey, I ain't know that one.
Where you from? Where y'all from? What state you came from? What state you came from? What state you came from to come here?
Listen, I know y'all kind of go to the pandemic trip. I'm right. That's somebody Joe Biden. That's Trump.
No, Trump.
He doesn't need your vote. When Americans for Trump.
Fuck Trump, bitch. Yeah, fuck Trump. I love you too. Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump. Thank you. Fuck Trump. Thank you, bitch. Don't fuck with me. I'll send you back to hell.
Boricuas for Trump, Dominicanos for Trump, Cuban Americans for Trump. Our house.
He ain't playing either.
They're paying a hell of a lot more for food and gas. That's the damn sure. And we got Democrat politicians giving illegal immigrants benefits that should be benefiting the people of this community. But it's going to people walking in the door with no benefits. Crazy. They're trying to destroy our country. Bronx is here. He doesn't need your vote. You think Trump needs your vote? He's here to say he loves you anyway. He's going to help all Americans.
Are you a
Lift up
Bronx
Americans.
resident? Are you a Bronx resident?
No, I'm from New Jersey. Cuban American, rice and beans. Combat veteran. American. Proud. Rice and beans for Trump. Fuck Antifa. Fuck BLM.
I didn't know he was going to say that.
Fuck Joe Biden. MAGA country. History, baby. Fuck communism. This is my country. And I don't like communists. Whether it's in the Bronx, I don't give a fuck.
And this woman is dressed like a terrorist group. Hamas. She dressed like Hamas trying to tell somebody something. Cubans don't play. People don't understand. Cubans don't play with that communist stuff, especially the ones whose grandparents was killed down there by Fidel Castro.
Rice and beans for Trump. Fuck Joe Biden. If you don't like Trump, go independent. Vote for someone else.
We in the Bronx, baby. Chill with that shit. Yeah, chill with that shit.
See, here's the thing. Regardless, you can't deny what happened. Blacks, whites, Latinos, everybody was there. Where you from? I'm from New Jersey, right over there. Okay, Ed Reynolds just called in. Let me go and get Ed. So I can ask some questions, especially about this. While Ed's calling me.
See those consequences. You had to watch your daddy take those consequences. Get some therapy.
Waiting for them to switch Ed over. Okay, there we go. What's going on, Ed? What's going on with you?
Hey, Jamal, Ted.
Okay, Ed. Now, I'm going to show this. Can you see the screen or you riding?
No, I'm on the phone, right? I'm on the phone. I can't see nothing.
Okay.
What are you showing?
I'm showing the Freemasonry. That's what it's called, Freemasons. Freemasonry or Masonry refers to fraternal organization that traces their origins. It says to the local guilds of stonemasons that at the end of 14th century regulated and qualifications of stonemasons and their interactions with authorities declined. Basically saying, okay, these are Masons. But the dude on the screen, he's wearing that necklace open. I thought you couldn't wear Mason stuff.
I could tell you two things.
Okay, shoot.
Number one, real Masons, like you showed in the other video with the Black Masonic Lodge. They wear their medallions and stuff, but only at meetings.
Okay.
The official dress code for the meeting. I know one real Freemason, Cuban guy. He's younger than I am. His father was a Mason. When his father passed away, this kid was such a stand-up kid. He took his father's place. They just swore him right in. You know, by the time he was 20, he was running the family business. Masons all own businesses. They make a lot of money. So this guy, I don't know what he does for a living. Because the only person I ever saw wearing a necklace like that, they weren't a Freemason. It was my other buddy, who was a carpenter. And they wear those in the, some of the carpenters in the Carpenters Union wear them. It's not a big thing, but it's like, you know, it's the straight edge, the 90-degree angle. It's used in carpentry, it's used in masonry and stuff like that. But they're not Freemasons. You can buy those online. The real Masons, they have a ring. And when they're not at Masonic meetings, they keep it in a case. They never wear it outside. It's supposed to be it's not as secretive as it used to be, but it's supposed to be a semi-secretive thing where it's like, you don't flaunt it. You do not show it. It's like, it's kind of like when you're in the mafia. You know, they all wear nice suits and stuff like that when they're at meetings. They're not supposed to stick out. They're supposed to keep it quiet. And real Masons, if something happened like this with the two kids, real Masons are like normal people. They'd be like, oh, she must like you. You know, they blow it off. Oh, the girl's picking on you. Oh, she must like you. If it was two boys not getting along, they do what every other normal human being does. Be like, go settle it. If it got too much, they'd have a sit down. They'd have the parents would meet up. We got to straighten this out. The kids are getting out of hand. They're beating each other up constantly. They're picking on each other. This has to stop. They would never go and jump some guy because his 7-year-old daughter or 8-year-old daughter's picking on their son. That's unheard of.
Okay, because that's what I'm saying. So, because I'm like this, it's like he's showing it off. So I'm like, nobody calls him on it. Nobody. It's like so.
He either bought it online and he's just posing because they don't even wear that necklace unless it's some variant of that necklace and they wear it at the lodge during their meetings, or maybe he's in a carpenter union where he's a carpenter or something, because I've seen them use it. Like my one friend wore it once he made the union. But it's not a big thing for the union. It's just like, you know, all right, I'm in the union, I'll go get one of the necklaces. It's not a requirement.
But that's a Mason.
You can buy them online.
But that right there is the Mason. That has the G in the middle and everything.
Yeah, I've seen people get the Masonic tattoo. Remember that club that they belonged to up in Yale with George Bush and them, that Skull and Bones thing?
Yeah.
When that came out about George, all of a sudden people getting tattoos of that on them. I'm like, you're not part of that club. You didn't go to Yale, and they don't get tattooed. What are you talking about? You're part of the Skull and Bones crowd. There's a lot of fake people out there doing this. And it's ridiculous. They would never resort to violence, the Masons. The Masons are like, all right, if somebody starts a fight with you and you got to fight, you know, it's just normal. You have to defend yourself, and that's it. The Masons, I know, the one guy I know, and I'm assuming most of the people in his family are Masons, they don't do that. None of them do that. They keep it quiet. The only reason I know about it is because the guy really trusted me and a couple other guys that we hung out with, and that's how we found out. You know, I'm not saying his name. I'm not even telling you where I know him from, but we'll keep our mouth shut about it. But anybody can buy that online. And Masons would never resort to violence unless they have to defend themselves. It's a peaceful club. They all do things legally, and they all have big money.
Well, Neil, okay.
I doubt that guy has big money to be in the Mason Club. Like, he does. I doubt he owns what this kid's family owns. They got real estate in one of the states out here, and it was a family business. His father passed away when he was 24, and the kid was so responsible and everything. He took over the family business and is doing even better now.
Neil Hillard said you can buy one of those necklaces at the pawn shop, okay?
Yep. Yeah, they're fake. It doesn't mean you're a Mason. And they don't have a copyright on it. because they don't need one. Because if you're not a real Mason, they know, and they're not letting you into their lodge.
But I always was told Masons were just like a group that's like, you go haul your butt in there and you faking it. That it's gonna be some consequences for that. Because if you come across a real Mason, there are gonna be some consequences because you're passing yourself off as something you shouldn't.
I wish they would do that. I wish they'd be like the Hells Angels. If you go out wearing Hells Angels paraphernalia and you're not a Hells Angel, they're taking it off of you. God forbid you got a Hells Angels tattoo on, or any motorcycle club or.
I was listening. Okay, I was listening to this thing called. Watching this thing today, Ed, and it was called this. It's the rival to the Hells Angels, the Bandinos. The Bandinos.
Oh, the Bandinos, yeah.
And they said, like, they called a guy. He had on a Bandinos, like, because they sell it. And they asked him, was he a Bandino? He was like, nah, he rode his motorcycle and he bought it from the shop. He told them who he got it, and said that guy didn't realize that because he came humbly, like, yeah, I got this from here, showed him, like, yeah, I just showed me, like, because I think it's cool. He like, I like, hey, this is a straight up, and it was like, yo, man, this is a real biker club. And you may need to take that off. I think he said the dude came up like, yo, you need to take that off because this is the real thing in here. And if somebody tests you, you can get hurt.
Yeah, you're getting hurt.
And dude was like, yo, he took it off, folded up, and he was like, hey, he said he didn't take it off. He said, they said, the guy took it off. He folded it over his arm and he said, hey, is it cool if I, wear it when I'm riding? He was like, you need to tell people the truth and hope you don't come across someone who have beef. He said, that's very dangerous. Where did you get that from? And the guy was like, yeah, and we paid that shop a visit. He doesn't carry Bandinos.
Putting out bootleg and causing problems.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about the Banditos having a copyright, but the Hells Angels have a copyright on their emblem and everything.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have a website. You can go buy Hells Angels, but the Hells Angels stuff you can buy does not match their official rockers that they wear. It doesn't, like, you can't get that whatever it is, that Death Skull thing. You can get it, but it's different than the real one. They'll have the Hells Angels colors on shirts. It'll say Hells Angels, but it won't have all the images on it. If they catch people, the Hells Angels are smart. If they catch people bootlegging their stuff, it's copywritten. They sue them. They win in court all the time because of the copyright.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, whatever they sell, if a Hells Angel sees you wearing it, they know. All right, that's not the official logo. He got that off the website, and there's no problem.
Miss Yvette Roman said, my late husband he wore a ring. And she says, you're right. Masons do not do that. She says, you're correct. Her late husband was a Mason. Yeah. He had a ring.
That's one of the things the Masons should have done a long time ago with the Hells Angels, didn't just copyright it. But I don't know if you can copyright it since the Carpenters used the symbol too. And stonemasons use the symbol too. And the Freemasons started out as, Masons, actual Masons, but none of the members today, there's probably a few, but none of them are real stonemasons. They all own big businesses and stuff like that, like not on the level of Walmart or anything, but the one guy I know, his family was into real estate. They own real estate in a couple different states. And that was the family business. And I don't know how his father became a Mason or if his grandfather, we didn't get into that, but they gave him the Mason because he proved himself by all the good deeds he did.
Okay.
He was never in trouble. He didn't do drugs. I think I might have seen him drink a beer one time. And it's like, you can't be out of control and be a Mason. They will not have, they won't get violent, but your membership will get revoked and everything you have that's Masonic has to be given back. You know what I mean? They strip you of everything, but it's not violent. It's not like the Hells Angels or the Mongols. Like, okay, we caught you. Like, I saw the Hells Angels catch a guy. He was wearing a Hells Angel. It looked like one of their rockers, the vest that they wear, and it was copied to the tape. The guy wasn't a member. because they all have membership cards too.
Okay.
They got more organized than our government's organized at this point. And they asked him for his card. He goes, I don't have a card. Take it off. Take it off, and we're taking it. What do you mean you're not a member? You're not allowed to wear that. And these were older guys, so they had to be in their 70s, and they're still riding motorcycles, and they're big. And the guys started getting nervous, and he's like, am I going to get beat up here? They're like, no, as long as you give it to us, and you can never, don't let us ever catch you wearing nothing like this ever again. You want to wear our stuff? We have a website. He goes, that's the stuff you can wear. You cannot wear our official emblem. End of story. And because it's copyrighted and you're not a member. But if he didn't hand that over, I think these old guys would have thrown him a beating.
Yeah, that's what he said. They was knowing how, you know how they talk to people behind the black screen, and he was like, yo, that's how, he's like, yo, that's how you handle it. He was like, because he went to a biker thing, clear, he was hanging out, he was cool, he didn't have a problem. And so they was like, hey, and to everybody on Rumble, I got that troll. I saw him. That's why he's banned forever. Nah, I don't play. Yeah, look, Shane go through a lot, y'all. Shane go through a lot. And the Lady Mason group is the Eastern Star. Wow, okay. But yeah, y'all, I'm monitoring when I see Shane on other pages handling the business, I'm right here paying attention on Rumble. I'm right here.
Jamal, the other thing with the Black Masons, you may have Freemason lodges in areas like, well, look at the kid that I know. He's Cuban. He looks Cuban. You could tell he's Cuban from a mile away, right? If I've never been in a lodge because I'm not a member, they won't let me in. But if you go to his lodge, where it's located, it's heavily Cuban population in that area.
Well, let me ask you a question.
So you're going to have more Cubans there than anything. So the Black Masons you showed on the video, they might be in a section of the country or a section of a state where it's
Wilson, North Carolina.
Majority black population.
That was Wilson, North Carolina down here. But hold up. One Way says, I know plenty of Masons that are factory workers, ain't no money in that. He was like, hey, it's no money. But hold on, Ed, can you hold on, or do you have to go by? Thank you. If you can't, I understand if you can't, because I got another caller calling in. We may just do a party line. Do you mind doing one? If so,
I don't care. I'll do a party line.
All right. Hold on. Let me see if President Trump live. Yeah, okay. Because I got to keep an eye on President Trump. Okay, hold on. Honeybrook, Pennsylvania, you're on the air. Honeybrook, Pennsylvania, you're on the air. Talk to him. Who is this?
Hi, my name is AJ.
Hey, AJ, what's going on, Honeybrook, Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about this Biden economy is killing me. And
just to let you know, try to beat it. Hold up, just to let you know, if you are a troll and you try to do something perverted, your phone number can be given out for people and other people to contact you and explain to you that rude language and stuff like that is not allowed on the show. I'm just saying, in case you are a troll. And so your phone number can be dispensed, this number that you're calling me from. That's why I make sure nobody calls me caller blocked. So please continue.
I understand. So I thought I could maybe beat the Biden economy, because we all know President Trump is such a brilliant businessman and everything he touches turns to gold.
Okay, so are you talking about, hold on. So since but you know what? I got to be honest. If you disagree, here's the thing. If you disagree with voting for President Trump, you don't have to make an idiot out of yourself because you're not funny. Just call in and say, man, I disagree with you supporting Donald Trump. And I will let you talk. I will not insult or cut your mic. You will get, and let me tell you something. So you can tell all your friends, whoever call in, when you call in the show and you disagree with me, I give you 45 seconds of uninterrupted talk. you can tell your point, then I answer you back for 45 seconds. Then you answer me, and then I answer you, and then we go our way. I do not discourage people from voting, calling in who disagree with me. What I do disagree and discourage is what you're trying to do. I do. So if you disagree,
I don't know why you're giving me a hard time.
Because you're not. Because two things you said that let me know. Whenever a liberal call in, a liberal, Democrat, unintelligent trash call in, you always say, oh, everything he touches just turns to gold. Now, we all know that's a lie because one time President Trump, he has had hard times and he has had to file for bankruptcy. He has. But that's why he wrote the book, The Art of the Deal, and bounced back. So obviously now, I want everybody to listen to me. Am I or am I not giving this person a chance to say he disagrees and he can voice his opinion? Am I or am I not doing this?
Well, I just want to finish the story I was trying to tell you.
Okay, look.
If you don't want to hear it.
Yeah, let me hear it. Let go on and tell me something. Okay, go on and tell us. Prove us that you're not the usual Democrat, liberal, Democrat trash troll. Please continue.
Well, I have such faith in President Trump that I took my life savings and put it into Trump Media Group.
Okay, like I said, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you feel that way about Joe Biden molesting his daughter? Do you feel that way about Joe Biden molesting his daughter?
Biden's a disgusting pedo. Why would you ask me that?
You said you took your name. What are you calling me from? No, because I got your name and I got your information. Where are you at? Rumble or YouTube or Facebook? So I know who I'm talking to.
I was watching on Rumble.
What's the name on Rumble?
I'm not logged in.
Okay. All right. Somebody told me give you a chance. Okay. I'll keep quiet.
Can I finish the story?
Yes.
So I've already taken a 40% hit, and then when I learned when that blackout period ends, Donnie is going to liquidate all his shares, and it's going to drive the stock price down to Zippo, and me and all the other MAGA idiots are going to be left in the bag.
That's why I knew. See, like I said, you people are so stupid and pathetic. You people so stupid and pathetic. Because Donnie, here's the name, 160-610-273-8344. 160-273-8344. Once again, Honeybrook, Pennsylvania, 160-273-1344. You see what I mean, how stupid and pathetic these people are? You see what I mean, Miss Elaine, about how stupid and Mr. Ed? You see how stupid these people are? Give him a chance to actually say something, but he doesn't, Miss Elaine. You see how stupid that man is? Miss Elaine?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Miss Elaine, quick question. Did you put something in that envelope other than the New Jersey blue line sticker?
No.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. All right, y'all.
Yeah, but here's my question is, why was it open?
I don't know, but it won't even lick. It won't even, where the envelope won't even lick the way it was sticking.
Okay, that's awkward. But okay.
All right. Now, hold up. David Hessler's... Yes, ma'am?
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to let David Hessler in, and I was going to let this liberal sit here from Honeybrook, Pennsylvania, and just let y'all debate him.
I don't know what we're debating.
I just wanted to talk about the, what was it? Oh, God. The Masons.
Yes, ma'am. Hold on for a second, Mr. David. Hold on. Okay. Okay, go on. Go on, Mr. Lane. Go on, Mr. Lane.
Okay, see, here's the thing. When I was at the hospital with my mother and my cousin was there with me, and she's adopted, and I didn't know that she was raised with the Masons. And when my mother was asking me to ask the Blessed Mother Mary for water, my cousin looked at me and said, "Who's the Blessed Mother Mary?"
If you're not Catholic,
and
yeah.
I looked at her like, are you kidding me? I was terrified. I'm like, what are you talking? What? Yeah. So did the Masons not believe?
Masons are mostly, they're not Catholic. I think Masons go up under, let me bring Ed in because he may be able to answer the question better. Ed, and Masons are different religious sect, Baptist, Apostolic, and Holiness, right?
I don't know, because the Mason I know is Catholic.
Okay.
But he's a Cuban Catholic, so he dips into that stuff they do in Cuba too. Like they believe in. Well, he believes he's Catholic, but they also practice that stuff with the chickens and the candles and whatever that's called down there. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Hold on, let me bring David in, because David Hessler called in, and he's out of Utah, and he knows a lot too. He's older guy. He knows a lot.
But what that one person said about them, he knows factory workers out of Mesa, so I'm just going by the one that I know.
Okay.
And a couple of them in my area that he told me about, but I'm not friends with them, and they're high-level Masons to begin with, so. I mean, not the top of the top, obviously, but they're not like somebody who just got into the club.
Okay. Hold on for 1 second. Mr. David, you there? Mr. David, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here, Jamal.
Okay, talk to me.
Well, I know what it's trying to say, but I had it on the tip of my tongue, and it's Santa Maria. Basically, they take the Catholic religion and mix it with their, yeah, exactly.
That's what it was, yeah. How you doing, Mr. Dave?
Right now, I had the misfortune of seeing a clip of our favorite cows to spew, and now I got an upset stomach. And they was talking about them going off, getting crazy like they always do.
Well, for all
I had to quit mid-view, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I found you and I started to call in, man.
All right. Well, I got a liberal Democrat trash troll, and I got him on hold. I'm about to open up the lines to him. Now, if he start cursing, of course, y'all know I'm on.
Well, what are we going to debate? He already revealed himself. What are we going to debate?
I don't know. I guess he's trying to be funny, and he's too cowardly to come debate, but I'm going to open up the microphone, and I'm going to give him a chance to speak and see is he willing to debate any topic. And I would like to thank Miss Lisa Sereno for your kindness and generosity and donation to the page through Cash App. Mwah. Thank you, Miss Lisa Sereno. All right, Liberal, your line is open. Liberal, now, you said that Donald Trump, now I want y'all to hear what he said. He said that President Trump started some media group, and he's about to liquidate all the money and leave everybody high and dry. Have y'all heard anything about this, or it's just traditional, just liberal Democrat trash stuff?
Can I reply?
Yeah, sure. Like I said, I'm going to tell you like this because I exposed you. So you have someone out of Utah, Mr. David Hessler. You got Miss Elaine out of New Jersey. And you got Mr. Ed Reynolds out of New York. So you got people right
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay, excuse me, Mr. Ed. You got two people,
Don't put me in New York, please.
You got three people right now, Mr. Liberal Democrat, that will answer your question.
Wait, who else here is in New Jersey?
Me, Mr. Lane, Ed Reynolds. How you doing?
Ed.
I'm actually.
How are you?
I'm in New Jersey.
I'm New Harmony, Utah. Don't drag me into that.
All right, liberal Democrat trash. All right,
You want to get hurt? I may be old, but I will fight back. You try to drag me over that cesspool.
All right, liberal Democrat. You got a Pennsylvanian up here from Honeybrook, Pennsylvania. All right, guy. What would you want to ask?
It's the burner number. I'm in New Jersey.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
in New Jersey are you other ones from?
I'm in North Jersey.
What town?
Oh, I'm not doxing myself.
It doesn't make. He's not going to dox himself.
Fine, I'll dox myself. I'm in Mendon.
Oh, you have
I'm
to
in the
dox
low-rent
yourself.
district. Well, anyway, why is it that if you're not in the cult, you're automatically a liberal?
Let me ask you a
And
question.
regarding
Okay, let me ask you a question.
What cult?
Whoa, cult? You, a liberal Democrat, you're saying we are in a cult? Oh my God! What about the cult about that we got with your hero right now? I mean, come on, really?
Who said
the government's going to take over everything, and you will be happy or else. If you don't agree with us, we'll have you thrown in prison.
And speaking
if you
of
don't give up your Second Amendment rights, we're going to send the ATF to blow your head off. Excuse me? And we're the ones in the cult?
Don't worry about it. They answer your question.
My name's David Hessler. I'm one pissed off old grunt, and I am sick of the bullshit. Sorry, my language.
David, where'd you get your PhD from?
Let me ask you a question. You say where you get a PhD.
Hey, you don't have to have a PhD to know what's going around. I've seen over my years of life through the military and all around, a lot of you clowns with PhD, you think you're big, super smart, but you out on the street in real life, you can't do squat.
And
don't give me that PhD.
And here's the thing. Hold on. Let me answer this question. Hold on. Hold up. Let me stop. Let me step it amidst this. You say, where's your PhD? But you got people with PhD don't know the difference between a man and a woman. You got people with a PhD saying men can have menstrual cycles. You got people with a PhD saying women can play in men's sports. You got people with PhDs can't tell the difference between a man and a woman and saying men can get pregnant. So please tell me how a PhD makes it so much better, knowing that people with PhDs don't know their ass from their elbows. Answer that one question. Answer that question, liberal. You said about him having a PhD. I just gave you an example of a PhD people who don't know the difference between a man and a woman. People with PhDs are calling pedophiles minor attracted people. MAPS. These are people with PhDs. So, does a PhD make you better than somebody without one? Answer that question. That's a yes or no question. If you want to continue to stay, if someone has a PhD, does that make them better than someone without it?
The answer is no.
Okay, so why did you bring up a PhD? Hold it. Why did you bring up a PhD to Mr. Hessler, and he was speaking to you about what he felt, and you just tried to diminish what he was saying because you said he don't have a PhD. But you have to now admit that people with PhDs don't know women and men are separate, and people with PhDs are now trying to force pedophilia on people. Do you want me to post an article so I can show you that? So please explain to me, why did you just attack him with saying, do you have a PhD? Knowing that people with PhD believes pedophilia is okay.
Okay, can I?
It was a compliment because David sounds so worldly and so intelligent. I just presumed he must have a PhD.
Okay, and so here's the thing. So I take it that you're one of those pedophiles out there who like to stalk and sexualize little children, so-called burner number, as you say, but I doubt it, but who like to sexualize children, because you're the one who said, you're trying to be funny, but you won't answer the point where they're calling minor attracted people for pedophiles.
Jamal, can I interject?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, why do we have a Supreme Court justice that can't identify what a woman is?
And that's Ketanji Jackson Brown.
Elaine sounds like it.
Yep,
Elaine,
yep.
Are you a brain surgeon or a rocket scientist?
Are you serious right now?
See, this is why.
Hey, don't worry about him. He's just another lying liberal coward. That's all they ever are.
Yeah, see, here's the thing.
When you give them facts, they
Hey, look.
start insults or they run away.
I tried. Look, y'all. This
Why is
man.
everybody getting upset over this guy? He's got a burner phone. He didn't get the balls to call with his real phone. Sorry, to call him with his real phone number.
You know what? I think he's one of them Hamas-loving trash that wants to support
Hey,
Hamas
you just see
killing
a
all
guy
the
called
Jews
in
and
half
everything.
Well,
I don't need a PhD to recognize if something's right or wrong.
Well, yeah, this guy.
Neither do I.
To figure out whether you have an Indian or an alley.
Yeah, I'm serious. This guy, he comes up here and he actually sits and he tries to, and like I said, I gave him a chance to actually sit here and try to discuss intelligent conversation, because he claims he's so smart, but he can't defend anything. So of course,
Well, I wonder if he's the guy from the other night. Remember, you banned him from Rumble, and then he comes on YouTube with a different name, and he throws himself under the bus by blowing his own spot, going, "Oh yeah, you kicked me off Rumble a year ago, but now I'm on YouTube to bother you." You know, like, that guy's got a PhD.
I gotta say this, everybody. Anyone who owns a burner phone, they're either one, some kind of criminal or criminal organization.
It's not a burner phone.
Some sort of terrorist group. That's the only ones that use burner phones.
They're doing something wrong. I know guys who aren't criminals and they got burner phones. They like hiding stuff.
yeah, hiding stuff from their wife. Yeah, they.
Yep.
I'll be honest with you, David. They kind of like hiding stuff from their wives. They are. They got their burner phone.
I know where that's going.
Yeah, that might be the same guy, Jamal, from the other night. Oh yeah, you kicked me off. Now I'm not here with a different name, but I'm going to tell you kicked me off Rumble for being a moron. I threw myself under the bus because I'm a rocket scientist.
Yeah. I'm an educated moron. I know more than you, but I don't actually know squat.
Oh, he's still on the line?
No, I'm just sitting up here. I'm actually sitting up here doing something that where he just said that this is a fake number. And when you call to this about being catfish, being verified, like let's say like if you ever been stalked or something like that, you can pull up people's phone numbers. And I just sat here and put it through this, this is a real number.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'm Godzilla.
I'm actually looking at
it's probably a real number.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. What he did.
Prepaid, like I got.
Yeah, like you say, yeah, prepaid. But yeah, it tells you exactly everything, and it's kind of showing me exactly the number, showing me the dot and everything. It's pulled up his geographical location. Yeah,
if you look my number up, it'll tell you that the next town over, like 3 towns over. But my phone's registered to my house, so I can't figure that one out. But then again, I don't have a PhD.
You know how...
Is that a PhD in knowledge or a PhD in criminal activity, Ed?
I've never done any criminal activity, but I'm around enough criminals where I think I have an honorary doctorate in it.
Well, I threw him off. I stopped wasting time with him.
Life experience.
Yeah, I went on and threw him off because here's the thing: if I give you a chance to come to, and here's an insult, well, you don't do this to me. I don't allow people to do it to me. If you sit there and I allow you to come on and you do this, well, and you do like what he just did, okay, well, no, you don't get to stay and talk. You don't get to do that because you're going to respect people. You're going to respect people, and that's what you're going to do. Now, if this is, if he wants to continue to try to call back in, okay, fine. I'm on a hello.
Here's the problem, Jamal. If they were like a classic liberal or a normal Democrat,
yeah,
they come on and debate. They might get passionate about it, but they're not going to start calling names like trailer trash, this, that, the other thing, because they'll debate their point. So this guy's either far left or he's just trolling.
Yeah, hold on for 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Let me test my theory. Hacklenburg, Alabama, you're on the air.
Hello, my name is Giuseppe.
Nope, don't work. Your accent don't work.
He's a troll. He's got like a half Indian accent and he's telling me his name's Giuseppe.
Yeah, for real.
Anyway, isn't that a character on one of the Mario Brothers video games?
No, they're Italian.
No,
What's up, Hacklenburg, Alabama? What you want?
I'm calling from Alabama. You see my phone number? It's from Alabama.
Yeah, you sound like you're from Alabama. You got that app where you just changed the phone numbers.
Yeah, that's what it is. So he was telling the truth about it being a burner phone. So liberal Democrat trash. Hey, you was right.
I think it's a burner number.
Do what?
What do you think Donnie uses when he calls Stormy Daniels?
Well, actually, it's the same. It's the same type of phone Joe Biden uses, or your daddy. But see, here's the thing.
I'm feeling better now.
Yeah, look. Now that I know that there are such things, now that I know that there are such things as burner phone numbers like this, I can do it. But here's the way to crack a burner phone. Here's the way to crack him from doing this. If I don't recognize your number, or your number have never been called in, I don't call. I don't allow people to call in. So you can sit here and thanks for letting me know. Yeah, they're burner phones. One thing about it, I don't mind being told, Jamal, you're wrong. Oh, wow, Jamal, I was wrong. There is burner phones and stuff like this. Okay, I was wrong.
Jamal, if I started talking about things you're wrong about, I could go on for the next.
No, you can't.
I don't know.
Hold on. I know where Melania is. She's counting the money.
Wait, what?
I know where Melania is. She's counting the money that Stormy has to pay Trump for defamation of character.
Oh yeah, that's right. $600,000.
Oh yeah, that's right too.
But here's the thing,
right.
Liberal troll. So hold up, I gave you an opportunity to come up here and express where I was wrong. You didn't take that chance. You didn't. So now, since you didn't, and I opened it up to you, and I was fair, I don't allow people to come back to try to make jokes and interrupt my show. I don't allow that. You had chance to express yourself.
Oh my God, you're embarrassing yourself, clown.
Now, here's the thing. He can't come back now because unless he has the, if I don't recognize, because people who done called in before, and I'm telling y'all right now, if you are on YouTube or Facebook, if you want to call in, let me know, and I will say, okay, you can call in. But if you don't call in, if you don't put in the comment section, I'm calling in, I'm not going to allow you, I'm not going to accept that phone call. Why? Because he's a liberal Democrat and he's an idiot. And he doesn't realize he just told me exactly what I needed to know. That's why I put stuff up there.
I think he's the same guy from the other night with the changing that you banned from Rumble.
You think so?
Yeah, I missed last night.
Oh man! No! This was Thursday. This was Thursday.
Oh! Oh, now I remember. Yeah, I vaguely remember. I try to forget idiots unless they come after me. Then I'm
that guy just threw himself under the bus. Yeah, you kicked me off, but now I got a new name so I can come back and bother you, and now I'm telling you it's me. Yeah. Some people.
Yeah, at the same time, Jamal.
So much for a PhD, huh? I'm gonna pretend I'm hiding from you. But I'm gonna tell you who I am.
Yeah, so now look, every time he calls, I'm just going to hit deny. Every time he calls, I'm just going to hit deny. Deny, boop, deny, boop, deny, boop, and keep it going. Because you guys, like I said, who I got in here? Shane. I know Shane are going to call me. I don't know. Why is Otis calling back? Hold on for a second. Hey, Otis, what's going on?
I'm still talking. Wait, what?
Otis.
Yes, sir.
Why'd you call back in? You called in earlier.
Because I wish I was on this line when those two idiots freaking called in. Because I want to debate them. I'll debate them. It's the same idiot, Otis.
It's the same idiot, Otis.
Another number.
It's the same idiot. He keep trying he keep trying to call in Otis on other phones, but Otis, you don't worry about it. They sat here and knocked this thing out.
Here's my thing, Jamal. This is a winning situation because they show how horrible they are because they have to call into a conservative show to show how horrible they are. Because,
Otis, hold on for a second, y'all.
I don't think it's a real liberal. He's just trolling. This guy's sitting at home. He's got nothing to do on a Saturday night, so he's going to... Exactly, and that's you got to watch the show to get
President Trump is on stage. Everybody, that's what I'm saying. Everybody, call back in. Hold on, stop. President Trump is on stage, okay? All right,
I'll call you back.
Yeah, everybody call back. Come on, RSB. You get it.
Our great libertarians and great people, Ambassador Rick Grinnell, Senator Mike Lee, Kash Patel, and Senate candidate who's going to win from Virginia, Hung Cao. I also want to pay our deepest respects to the two young missionaries from Missouri, Davy and Natalie Lloyd, that were viciously killed yesterday in Haiti. It was a horrible thing, and I just want to pay our respects to their families, their great families, incredible people, and it's a very, very sad moment. What happened was so horrible. So, Davy and Natalie, please, thank you very much. I'd also like to express my gratitude to all the fierce champions of freedom in this room. You are champions of freedom. You are. And I'm here to talk to you about the rise of left-wing fascism in the country and to need to defeat the corrupt and incompetent tyrant in the White House, crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of the United States. He is the worst president by far in the history of the United States. In fact, I would say that Jimmy Carter is very happy tonight because he goes down as being a brilliant president by comparison. Everyone here tonight believes that we must fight for the same fundamental freedoms: freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom of the right to own a firearm, and freedom over taxation. Oh, that was interesting. Then you're going to like me, firearm, you're going to like me. Nobody better than me. And we just got the full NRA, the strongest endorsement they've ever given the NRA, so that's good. Freedom from overregulation, freedom from government discrimination, and we believe that we do not have a free country if we do not have free speech, and very strongly believe that. We stand opposed to government tyranny in all of its many forms. We are opposed to a government that spies on political campaigns. I wonder who that might be. Like they did on me, spies on the American people, censors us, and crushes the rights of its own citizens, which the Biden administration does. We want government out of our business, out of our wallets, and out of our lives. That's what we want. We believe that Marxism is an evil doctrine straight from the ashes of hell. Having intolerable and teaching it to our children is considered to us child abuse. We believe that the job of the United States military is not to wage endless regime change wars around the globe, senseless wars. The job of the United States military is to defend America from attack and invasion here at home. We believe that property rights are fundamental to a free society and that Joe Biden's rampant inflation is a monstrous theft from the American people. It's a theft. We believe that the greatest threat to our country is not from enemies abroad. It's the tyrants, communists, fascists, and thugs attacking our rights and liberties from within. And above all else, we live by the words of the great American patriot Patrick Henry: give me liberty or give me death. Our rights and freedoms have never been more in danger than they are right now. That is why I have come to extend a hand of friendship to ask for your partnership to defeat communism, defeat Marxism, and defeat crooked Joe Biden, who is destroying our country. He's destroying our country. We can be libertarian or anything else. This man is destroying our country. Thank you. And by the way, why isn't Joe Biden here speaking to you tonight? You know why? Why isn't he? Because he can't put two sentences together. That's why he's not here. The fact is, we should not be fighting each other. If Joe Biden gets back in, there will be no more liberty for anyone in our country. Combined with us in a partnership, we're asking that of the Libertarians. We must work together. Combine with us. You have to combine with us. We cannot give crooked Joe Biden 4 more years. We cannot give crooked Joe Biden 4 more years. Today's radical left Democrat Party is not a Democrat Party of years ago, which still wanted big government, but at least believed in tolerance and free speech. Joe Biden's radical left Democrat Party is a fascist movement that wants to throw you in jail. If you post a meme they don't like, they want to throw you in jail if you do something that isn't quite to their liking. What your we're witnessing under Biden is a toxic fusion of the Marxist left, the deep state, the military-industrial complex, the government security and surveillance services, and their partners, all merging together into a hideous perversion of the American system. And that's exactly what it is. The fact is that Joe Biden is a threat to democracy. My mission is to liberate our nation from these fascist frauds and to rescue our democracy, to restore our republic, and to evict crooked Joe Biden from the White House so that America can be a free nation once again. He's the worst in history. The Biden regime censors its critics, spies on its opposition, takes away the bank accounts of U.S. citizens as an extra form of punishment, persecutes Christians and patriotic parents, and is currently trying to put the leading candidate for president in jail. That happens to be me. While imposing a strict gag order in order to keep me from talking about their crimes and their unconstitutional acts. They want to get rid of the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, due process, the right to a fair trial, and the right to counsel, all the while pushing wealth confiscation and waging endless and unnecessary wars all over the globe. Anyone can talk about defending freedom, but I've actually put everything on the line to resist these despots and these thugs. And I stand before you tonight as your best hope of defeating the weaponized Biden and the very evil regime that his people, because it's probably not him because he doesn't know where the hell he is, but that his people are pursuing. You can make the difference. The Libertarian Party can make a big difference. The Libertarian Party can make a big difference. Together we can make America freer than ever before for citizens of all backgrounds and all walks of life. We can unleash new hope, optimism, and energy. We can release limited government so that the people can have an unlimited future. United, we will be unstoppable. If we unite, we are unstoppable. I will be a true friend to libertarians in the White House. And I am proud to be the only president in 70 years who started no new wars. I took on the military-industrial complex. I broke the stranglehold on neocons and warmongers on the Republican Party. And instead of war, I made peace in the Middle East, something nobody thought was possible, and dealt with Kim Jong-un of North Korea, where a nuclear war was guaranteed to start in a very short period of time if Hillary Clinton became president. You know, that would have been a nuclear war 100%. And you would have never had the October 7th attack in Israel. Would have never happened. And the attack in Ukraine by Russia would never, ever have happened. Wouldn't have happened. Hundreds of thousands and even millions of people would be living today. I unbound the United States from globalist agreements that surrendered our sovereignty. I withdrew from the Paris Accord. I withdrew from the anti-gun UN arms treaty. And I withdrew from the corrupt and very expensive World Health Organization. Not a good thing. I passed the most significant, and this is so important, but I passed the most significant criminal justice reform in history. And perhaps my proudest accomplishment is to have exposed the depth of corruption in the Washington swamp. Thanks to me, the entire world knows that the deep state is real, and the lamestream media is fake. It's fake. A great libertarian who may very well be in the room right now, I believe, but he's a great libertarian, DeRoy Murdoch, who I've become friends with through his writings in the American Spectator and numerous other places, wrote an article yesterday in which he mentions just some of the things that make me a libertarian without even trying to be one. That's nice. D-Roy wrote, Donald J. Trump will address the Libertarian Party and its national convention on Saturday. The Libertarian Party should nominate Trump for President of the United States. Whoa. That's nice. That's nice. Only if you want to win. Only if you want to win. Maybe you don't want to win. Maybe you don't want to win. Thank you, D-Roy. Thank you. No, only do that if you want to win. If you want to lose, don't do that. Keep getting your 3% every 4 years. The reasons for doing so, policy and politics, are as solid as the Hope Diamond. D-Roy says this event is very unprecedented, he said. As the Cato Institute president, Peter Gotler, observed in Thursday's Washington Post, it will be the first time in first time in U.S. history that a presidential candidate of a rival party will address the convention of a party that is presumably gathering to nominate its own candidate. Now I think you should nominate me or at least vote for me, and we should win together. You heard those words. Nominate me or vote. Vote for me. Because the Libertarians want to vote for me, and most of them will. And it's very important. Because we have to get rid of the worst president in history. And together we will. And without it, there's a risk that we could have 4 more years, we won't have a country left. So what is the purpose of the Libertarian Party getting 3%? What is the reason to take a chance of having this horrible president destroy our country, which he will do in far less than 4 years? It's not going to take 4 years. That is why I'm committing to you tonight that I will put a libertarian in my cabinet and also libertarians in senior posts. Pretty good. That's pretty big. Or you can keep going the way you have for the last long decades and get your 3% and meet again, get another 3%. No, you want to make yourself winners. It's time to be winners. You have a lot of common sense. It's time to be winners. So I'm asking for the well, think of it. I'm asking for the Libertarian Party's endorsement, or at least lots of your votes, lots and lots of Libertarian votes, based on my 4-year, very outstanding presidential record. Much of my record is Libertarian. As an example, D-Roy, thank you. Hey, where is D-Roy? Is he here? D-Roy, where are you? He's great. I like D-Roy. I've liked him for a long time, and he is a libertarian. Thank you, D-Roy. Thank you. D-Roy wrote, the $1.5 trillion Tax Cuts and Jobs Act was America's largest infusion of tax relief. That's it, largest tax relief ever. It sliced individual tax rates for all taxpayers and slashed corporate tax rates from a punishing 35% to a globally competitive, and much more than that, only 21%, way down. It was the largest tax cut in the history of our country. Now, you can like it or you don't have to like it. Immediate expensing of business equipment and other reductions fueled the best economy that our country has ever had. For 4 years, we had the best economy our country has ever had. Black and Hispanic unemployment reached the best levels in history. Female joblessness slid to levels unseen before. Black poverty collapsed to record lows. And all of the things, income inequality shrank, and it shrank at levels we've never witnessed. Between 2016 and 2019, real median household income grew. These were the Trump years. 16.4%, the highest ever, to almost $10,000 per family. Think of that. Number two, Trump cut red tape as never before. He promised to kill 2 old regulations for every new one. And in fact, he ended up actually scrapping 8 for 1. And he was going to 12 to 1 and doing numbers that were unbelievable. Thank you, DeRoy. DeRoy is, and I'm actually just quoting from the article that came out today from DeRoy Murdoch. He said, number 3, Trump fully restrained inflation. We had practically none. Prices were rising just 1.4% as he left office. And this was a fraction of the 9% inflation that lying Joe Biden repeatedly claims Trump handed him. No, he said we handed him no. It went up to 9% after he took over the White House and created all the inflationary acts. He did a horrible job. The 30-year mortgage rate, as Trump departed, was 2.77% versus the almost 9% today. And you, by the way, even if you pay 9%, you can't get any money. There's no money available. Trump's drill, baby, drill approach fostered energy independence, which we've never had before. Low fuel and electricity prices helped moderate inflation and propel economic growth. But all of these things have now skyrocketed. They have skyrocketed to levels never seen. Inflation has hit us harder than it's probably ever hit us before, and people are suffering because of it. Trump promoted parental rights and school choice. Trump's education department repealed the so-called guidance letter that turned on-campus sexual harassment accusations into de facto criminal convictions. You know all about that. Who else would do that for you? Trump restored due process to the he said, she said minefield for your children. I know many, many people, what they've gone through with that is they've gone through hell. In a powerful blow, Trump required universities to respect the First Amendment lest they lose their federal funds. I said, you don't respect the First Amendment, we're taking away all of your federal funding. Trump torpedoed Obamacare's individual mandate and got rid of many of its taxes. Medical price transparency empowered consumers to shop for health care services and compare costs. And this is one of the biggest things that's happened. And it's reducing the price of drugs and everything related to drugs and medical care at levels not seen before. This will soon be happening. The competition is now slowing what were ballooning health care expenses. Trump signed right to try. Terminally ill patients now can receive experimental and possibly life-saving treatments. And when at death's door, what do these suffering Americans have to lose?
Hey, everybody.
What do they have to lose, you ask?
I can't go side by side because my computer won't allow me.
Right to try.
But I am here.
Nominated some 300 constitutionalist federal judges, a record, including a seldom seen 3 Supreme Court justices in one presidential term. Very rarely seen before, if ever. Trump canceled and defunded federal diversity, equity, and inclusion programs and other state-funded racism schemes. The VA Mission Act, which Trump signed, lets military veterans receive federally funded medical care in the private sector if delays prevent their treatment in VA hospitals. In other words, if they're delayed, they can go out and get a private doctor. We pay the bill. They go out, they get a private doctor, they get better. People were waiting online for 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, and not anymore. Trump signed a measure that streamlined dismissals of federal bureaucrats who abuse America's beloved veterans. He got NATO countries to pay hundreds of billions of dollars more for their protection. The only president who did so in substantially reducing what we were forced to pay. We got them to pay, other nations to pay hundreds of billions of dollars that they weren't paying. No other president was able to do that, reducing very substantially what we paid. During the Trump administration, we had peace through strength, no wars other than the complete and total destruction of ISIS. And DeRoy ended by saying that most libertarians would say this is a non-exhaustive roster of accomplishments like no other, that it truly shines. So again, DeRoy, thank you very much. DeRoy Murdoch, I appreciate it. We could not have written that better. And as you say, there were many other things we did that were quite libertarian also. So I want to thank you very much. That was a great article. Thank you. DeRoy Murdoch, thank you. When I return to the White House, we will break the deep state grip on our democracy once and for all. I did far more than any other president in that regard. As an example, I inherited James Comey, a terrible, terrible person from the Obama administration. And very early on, I fired him and lots of others at the FBI, in addition to thousands and thousands of corrupt and unnecessary people throughout our government. And now we are going to finish the job. We will root out the sickness that has taken over our Justice Department, our FBI, and other agencies. Our goal will be nothing less than the rebirth of fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law. Since the day he took office, Joe Biden has worked to persecute political dissidents, including conservatives, Catholics, and other Christians and opponents of his weaponized state. Right now, the Biden DOJ is trying to put Christians in prison for singing hymns. The moment I win the election, I will appoint a special task force to rapidly review the cases of every political prisoner who has been unjustly persecuted by the Biden administration, so that I can sign their pardons or commutations on day one. And I will ensure that libertarians are helping to lead that task force. You'll be on that task force, many of you. As everyone knows, it will be my great honor to pardon the peaceful January 6 protesters, or as I often call them, the hostages. They're hostages. There has never been a group of people treated so harshly or unfairly in our country's history. This abuse will be rectified, and it will be rectified very quickly. And if you vote for me on day one, I will commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time served. He's already served 11 years. We're going to get him home. We're going to get him home. I'm proud that I have put forward a detailed plan to smash the censorship and industrial complex and restore free speech. On day one, I will sign an executive order banning federal agencies from colluding to censor the lawful speech of American citizens. And we will remove the rogue bureaucrats who conspire to take away your First Amendment freedoms. We will do that quickly. I will once again slash a record number of liberty-destroying regulations. I will stop Joe Biden's plan for the largest tax. He is going to give you the largest tax increase in the history of our country. And I will end that. And I will make the Trump tax cuts the biggest in the history of our country. We will make them permanent tax cuts. We will also stop the massive Biden inflation tax, a stealth tax by which crooked Joe Biden is printing trillions and trillions of dollars and plundering it for the cronies and political friends that he's got all over Washington. And we will cancel the Green New Deal, which is the Green New Scam. It's a big scam. We will terminate Crooked Joe's insane electric vehicle mandate. And we're going to bring your energy costs down by 60 and 70% because we will drill, baby, drill. We're going to drill, baby, drill. We will eliminate illegal government discrimination, return to a society based on individual rights and individual merit. Thank you. And I will also stop Joe Biden's crusade to crush crypto. We're going to stop it. I will ensure that the future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in the USA, not driven overseas. I will support the right to self-custody to the nation's 50 million crypto holders. I say this with your vote. I will keep Elizabeth Warren and her goons away from your Bitcoin. And I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency. I will also immediately end the humanitarian disaster on our southern border. We will end it quickly. You cannot have capitalism and also have open borders because you will soon be turned into a socialist nation, then a poor nation.
Ross Ulbricht was someone who created an alternative website.
We will save freedom, prosperity, and capitalism in America. And before I even arrive at the Oval Office, shortly after we win the presidency, I will have the horrible war between Russia and Ukraine settled, so we quit spending hundreds of billions of dollars to fight other people's wars, and so that we start immediately saving thousands and thousands of lives. And I am committed to restoring peace and restoring stability and to stopping Joe Biden's march to World War III. You know you're being led right into World War III. You know that. You're going to have World War III, and it will be a war like no other because of the weaponry, the massive weaponry. It will be a war like no other. We will stop it, and I'm the only one that's going to be able to stop it. I will protect American sovereignty from the creeping hands of global government. And as we speak, Joe Biden's minions are in Geneva, secretly negotiating
he's not backing
to
down.
surrender more of our liberty to the
wow,
World Health
Trump
Organization.
did not back down.
Drafts of the agreement show that they want to subjugate America to foreign nations, attack free speech, empower the World Health Organization to redistribute American resources. They're going to take our money and send it all over the world to other countries that we need for our own citizens in the event of a pandemic. And it can happen again. I am hereby demanding that Joe Biden submit these monstrosities to the Senate as treaties. They have to be submitted as treaties because he cannot be allowed to do that, destroy our country. He is. If he does not, I will rip them up and throw them out on day one of the Trump administration. On education, we will cut federal funding for any school pushing Marxist and communist race and gender theories on our children. We will keep men out of women's sports. And I will not give one penny to any school that has a vaccine mandate or a mask mandate. We will shut down our out-of-control federal Department of Education and give it back to the states and local governments. I will return power to the states, local governments, and to the American people. I am a believer in the 10th Amendment. I will always defend religious liberty and the right to keep and bear arms. and I will secure our elections. So in conclusion, to every freedom lover here today, and there are a lot of them, and all across our land, I say, this is no ordinary election. Freedom itself is at stake. This will be the most important election in the history of our country. So if you want to strike a blow against the corrupt system in Washington, if you want to send a message to all of the people who want to take away your liberty, then right now, in this election, we need your help. We need your support. When I'm in the White House, you will always find an open door to the Oval Office. Together, we are taking on some of the most menacing forces and vicious opponents our people have ever seen. But no matter how hateful or corrupt the communists and criminals we're fighting are, and they are vicious and they are corrupt, you must never forget, this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you, belongs to you. This is your home, this is your heritage, and our American liberty is your God-given right. 2024 is our final battle. With your help, we will demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers from our government. We will drive out the globalists. We will cast out the communists, Marxists, and fascists. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. And we will drain the swamp, and we will restore and rescue our country from these tyrants and villains once and for all. Ladies and gentlemen, the great liberation of America begins on November 5th, 2024. It will be the most important day in the history of our country. And the forgotten man and woman will be forgotten no longer. I want to thank you. I want your support. And again, you can either nominate us and put us in the position or give us your votes. I would say nominate or give us your votes, but we want libertarian votes because you stand for what we stand for, and don't waste a vote. And don't allow the worst president in the history of our country to come back and do the final destruction of America. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. God bless you.
Joe Biden could not face a crowd like that. Joe Biden could not face a crowd like that. Joe Biden could not face a crowd like that. I'm going to end up going back to Windows 10. I'm going to have to go back to Windows 10. My computer can't handle Windows 11. I'm going to have to take Windows 11 off and go back to Windows 10. Now, if y'all want to know what was going on, those were libertarians. Those were libertarians. And a lot of libertarians are angry at President Trump because of quote unquote bump stock. A lot of them were angry at him over bump stocks. So it's 9 o'clock. It's Saturday. It's 9 o'clock. It's Saturday. I had to shut everything down. Everything down in order to get this thing to play. So I was fighting it. I'm back. Look, I'm back going to the other ones. That's why everything is there. I tried my best, everybody. I'm going to have to go back to Windows 10. I'm going to have to. My computer can't handle Windows 11, and it keeps messing up. Windows 11 go off Linux, and my computer can't handle it because it's asking for too much. And that was, like I say, I do apologize to everybody for the skipping and all that it was doing. But thank you all for sticking there. I wish President Trump, he still didn't back down, y'all. He was in a hostile crowd. See, here is what people not going to understand. Donald Trump was in a hostile crowd with libertarians. Donald Trump was in a hostile crowd, and he didn't back down. Yes, American girl, there are some libertarians who, quote unquote, boo and like doing that. And that's their thing. I just sat there and said, I just wish libertarians would actually do something other than just wanting to and President Trump went in on people booing. He said, oh, what, you like your 3%? You like that's the only thing you keep getting? I'll be honest, I like how President Trump fought back. He didn't back down. And the guy, Ross Ulbricht, let me show you who he is so you will know. Because a lot of people like, who is this guy, Ross William Ulbricht? Now, I'll be honest. Sometimes libertarians want some stuff that ain't right. But this guy, I don't know, should he be released? Like it said, if this man was selling narcotics and stuff and people were being killed, let me go on and have the phone line back up, y'all. I'm going to go and get the phone line back up. We're going to knock off at... We're going to have the phone line back up, everybody. The phone line is back up. No, Otis, no. You cannot keep calling in like that. No. Once you call in, and I'm going to say this to everybody who I have told you cannot call in more than one time, and I allowed it tonight. I apologize. That won't happen again. Nobody can call in here twice, and I apologize. Please forgive me. Please forgive me for that. $183,961,921. Whoa, that's way too much. That's way too much. And let me know who it is that's calling in. Oh, okay. Because if I see a number I don't recognize, I'm not letting you up here. But yeah. Okay, David Hessler. Hey, Mr. David. Mr. David.
Hey, Jamal.
All right. Where's it? Is Ed Reynolds still there? And Miss Elaine, y'all can call back in if you choose to. But I'm looking at this guy, Ross Ulbricht, who everybody's like free Ross. And I ran a site.
Man,
And so I'm looking at it. $183,961,921. That's excessive. That's the man they're talking about freeing. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency we use a transaction on the site. Oh, okay, yeah. They pulled some stuff to get him. Ulbricht was charged with engaging Hold up, there go Ed. There go Ed Reynolds. Let him in. He just had a website.
Hey, Jamal.
Hey, what's going on, Ed? You ever heard this guy, Ross Ulbricht? He just had a website for people to be able to do whatever they want to.
No, I watched a documentary.
No, I'm ignorant about that.
Which is the dark web.
Yeah.
He was selling narcotics in large amounts. You know, he wasn't like a guy on the corner just stealing a little weed to make extra money. He was above Pablo Escobar on the level he was selling.
He was selling, or he allowed to be sold?
No, he was. The documentary I watched was, I think he was one of the founders of the dark web, but he ended up selling and trafficking all of that stuff.
Because it says during this charge, Ulbricht was incarcerated at Metropolitan Correction Center in New York. In 2017, he was being held UPS Farms. How his mother moved to Colorado so she could visit him regularly. Ulbricht has been transferred to Tuscan. In 2021, prosecutors
you don't
defense.
end up in that Supermax just for having a website.
Yeah.
It says in 2021, Ulbricht prosecutors and defense agreed that Ulbricht would relinquish any ownership of the newly discovered fund of 50,676 Bitcoin worth nearly $3.4 billion.
Well, they went after him on that because it's considered ill-gotten gains, because he bought that with the proceeds he was making off of selling dope.
Okay, well, listen. My daughters are standing there, Mr. Ed, Mr. Renner. I'm going to give y'all 1 minute to finish up y'all conversations. Hold up. I'm going to give y'all 1 minute to finish up your conversations because my daughter's standing right there. Baby, give me 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes. All right, I got 2 minutes so my daughters I can go watch the movie. Mr. Ed Reynolds, you are first. You have 1 minute and 10 seconds, okay?
Oh, I got nothing to add to anything, so I'll let David take over.
All right, Mr. David, 1 minute, 10 seconds.
Okay, Ed, thanks. Hey, listen, I don't know jack about this Libertarian guy they want to free, but, you know, I find it pretty disgusting. They didn't go raid his home and try find an excuse to kill him, but they sure did that guy in Arkansas that was a gun collector and sold a couple of guns to friends of his. They had no problem going out there and killing him. Yeah, it's sick. This is bloody sick.
Well, guys,
I've said before. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, what were you saying?
I was going to say, and I'm probably getting in trouble, but I've been posting wherever I can that I believe the ATF is Democrats' death squads anymore. I mean, all these years, you know, they're supposed to be protecting us. What they do, they spend most of their time trying to throw us in jail or kill us over politics.
Well, beautifully said. Thank you, Mr. Ed, and thank you, Mr. David, for calling back in.
You have a good night, Jamal.
Back to you later.
All right. Everybody, it is time to pray because my daughters it's movie night and they're upset. Selling weed. He was selling weed. I don't know. But we will find out. Why does Otis keep calling in? I don't like that. No, Otis. Okay. You done broke the rules too many times. You can't call back in. No. You done broke the rules. You cannot keep calling back in like this, Otis. No. That's breaking the rules. No. You cannot call back in. I got to not allow you to call back in for a few days. No. Because you cannot keep calling 3, 4, 5, 6 times and like that wanting to call back and talking. No. No, he was selling hard drugs. Thanks, Jamal. I was wondering about that. Yeah. And like I said, I do apologize to anybody who has called back in. Oh, Mr. Larson. Oh, that's Mr. Pete Larson. Hey, Mr. Larson. Mr. Pete.
Pete. Jamal?
Yes, sir.
Question that everybody wants to know. So what's the movie you're watching tonight?
Oh, well,
With the girls.
I'm missing it. Land Before Time.
Land Before Time.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I think you ought to go join that movie. So say hi to the girls for me and have a blessed weekend.
You too, Mr.
And happy Memorial Day. Or memorable Memorial Day.
Yes. Have a
meaningful Memorial Day.
Yes, sir. God bless you and good night.
See you Sunday night?
Yes, sir. You will. You should see me Sunday. You should see me Sunday.
All right. You take care.
All right.
God. Prayers. Let's get to doing some family thing.
All right. God bless you, Mr.
Good night,
Lawson.
Jamal.
Good night.
Bless you too.
All right, everybody. Let's go on and pray. Let me go on and pray. That is it for the call-ins. Heavenly Father, we come unto you to pray. First and foremost, Lord Jesus, we thank you for allowing us to live to see another day. We thank you for putting us in the land of the living. Lord Jesus, please forgive us of all our sins and iniquity. Please forgive us of all our sins and iniquity. We pray right now for those who need deliverance from drug abuse, alcoholism, homelessness, suicidal thoughts, and depression. We thank you, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus, as I sit here right now, I ask you to forgive me. Forgive me of my sins and iniquity. Lord Jesus, we pray right now for those who need healing. Heal their bodies, and comfort them for those who lost loved ones. Lord Jesus, for the husband that's listening to me right now, I pray for his wife and children's safety, security. For the wife that's listening to us right now, we pray for her husband and children, safety, security. For law enforcement, our boys and girls in the military, farmers, truck drivers, all those who are listening, we pray for you right now. For those Uber Eats people, Uber drivers and bus drivers and Amazon and UPS, we thank and praise you. We thank you for watching right now. For the grandparents that's watching me right now, we pray for their grandchildren and children. Last and especially not least, I pray for my wife and children. Jendea, Demaya, forgive me for missing movie night. Forgive me. My wife, thank you for preparing the food and continuing with movie night. Please forgive me. To everyone, God bless you all. To him who is able to keep you from falling, and in forever joy. To the one true God, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for he is truly God Almighty. Let everyone say amen. All right, everyone. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I got to get in here and catch the last few minutes of this movie. God bless you all. Good night.